Hey there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCG Fam Show to you, my YouTube buddy. What's going on? Let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it after the show. But right now, let's just get into the show. Humidity. Important topic when growing. We don't talk about it a whole lot, but when we have in the past, we've had good response. People have been interested in the information, and someone asked a question, a couple viewer questions episodes back, and Scott and I talked about it a little bit. He had some thoughtful commentary on it, I thought, and I think you might find it interesting, so I'd like you to watch the clip, and I'll talk to you after. Humidity control, more so when you're using larger volumes of soil. When you got big, giant pots, are you going to have different humidity issues than you would with a more diminutive pot
Well,
size?
yeah, because you're adding more water to the feeds and the hydration cycle. But if your environment's on point, I mean, you'll see a bump, but it's just a matter of setting your parameters to control that a little bit more aggressively. And ideally you're not watering a non-existent root ball to the point where you've got giant vats of saturated swamp soil. That'll become a humidity nightmare. But if you're well rooted, you got nice development in there, you'll see a bump, but it shouldn't spike you. Unless you've got 400 plants in 50-gallon pots and you went from 20 gallons a day to 300, then you're adding 300 gallons of moisture into a room spread out with surface area, you're going to have a higher humidity.
When you've got a little 4-plant type situation, I mean, we've got lots of people that are like, we say about how important slurry tests are, and there's lots of people that have been growing for a decade happily and have never done a one slurry test.
Yep.
Is it the same with heat and humidity? Would you say that you have to control those or at least be aware of those?
You better be aware of it because too hot, plants shut down. Too cold, plants shut down. Too humid, they stop transpiring. Too dry, they over-transpire. So you want, honestly, learning the VPD, the vapor pressure, whatever.
Deficit.
But if you can keep everything in that range, then you can stop thinking.
Well, I go into my room, I can tell if it's hot or cold. But I can't tell the humidity very well, I don't think we're well suited to that. And
well, it depends. If you're a Midwestern boy, you know when it's humid. I can tell you the humidity because I've lived it. My face feels it. So, no, it's also regional. We live in a drier climate here.
It's not an issue, and so we're not.
Yeah, we don't deal with it as much. In Michigan, it can be 100 degrees outside, 98% humidity, but not raining. And you're like, why is everything in here 75%? Well, it's 98 outside. Percent humidity.
Well, if you live in a cul-de-sac, you don't worry about looking both ways crossing the street as much as if you live in New York City.
Absolutely. So you want to be aware of it, but I don't think it's so fragile that it's going to be a huge make or break on your grow. My biggest fear is too humid creates too much moisture, which could potentially promote the growth of mildew and mold in the flower if you have that present. But if it's not a problem, you're not susceptible to it. I've seen crops yield out at 75% humidity. Not ideal. Don't recommend it, but it can be done with a healthy genetic. So, but be aware and try to control it if you can. Okay, what do you think? That informative, entertaining, helpful? Let me know in the comments. Also, viewer questions episode coming up fairly soon, so any other questions, anything you want to talk about, throw it down there. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. The OCG Fam Show, it's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCG Fam Show. See you tomorrow.